Good day, bonjour, sane bonane, vama gila gila. I thank you very much for joining me. And this won't be a very long live. I just want to get a few things off my chest. Off my chest, indeed. I want to get this off my chest because there seems to be a few shenanigans going on around on the streets. Hello. Yes, it seems to me that it's not an algorithm thing. It's somebody at YouTube ZA that is changing things. When I upload, or when a creator uploads a video, you in the description, you can put your description and add all your pre-added hashtags. I have a couple of them. I think there's 9. The normal generic ones: tarot reading, daily tarot, numerology. But then, of course, I also did have some personalized hashtags, which I have been using for 4 years. 4 years. And on this channel and on my other channel, I have made over 4,000 videos with these hashtags. Unfortunately, this morning, my Lionese hashtag is gone. Off my pre-prescribed added hashtags there, it's gone. My other one, which they didn't notice, they haven't realized, it's mine. I came up with it. Yes, YouTube, it's mine. I came up with it. How can you take Lionese away from me? I can put hashtag Lionel, but that will go to all the other. Lionese is my hashtag. Along with, I had 2 others, and one is still remaining there. It's called Tarotrix. I'm not too proud of it because it's got the tricks, but I do like the X. Because originally, my original hashtag was XL Baba, which was growing with quite a good number. And with all the people who share your videos, that hashtag gets shared too. XL Baba I stopped using because back in the day, 4 years ago, people didn't understand what it meant. They thought I had a big penis. Well, that's what I was professing to have. Well, no. It came from the days where we had short text forms when LOL for laugh out loud or love. What did Tony Blair's call it? No? Cameron? Lots of love. Yes, the Prime Minister of UK said, I thought it meant lots of love. What a liar you are. And this is about lies and deception. The 7 of Swords is coming through very proudly for you, YouTube. Deception, lies, and mainstream media. Because now with my hashtag gone, even though I put it in, it doesn't come up that it has been used thousands and thousands and thousands of times anymore. It's gone. It just got gone. But Tarotrix is there. Why don't you take that one off my YouTube studio? How is that possible, YouTube? How is it possible? It is somebody. It is not an algorithm. It is somebody physically actually deleting it off my YouTube studio. That's how that happens. It's gone. Now, let's talk about the news of the day. Well, it's not news, it's opinions. All the mainstream media outlets do is follow X.com, formerly known as Twitter, and they get their news from people's opinions on X.com. Isn't that great? Don't you think it's such an easy way to write your news? Well, it's so strange because news is supposed to be something breaking, something brand new for people to see what's going on and to know what the news of the day is. But it's not. The news of the day is the biggest hashtag. Yes, the biggest viral hashtag, and that is Elon Musk and Trump. Yes. The big divide. Elon versus Trump. And everybody's taking the opinions. And, of course, let me just let you in on this little secret. you bunch of dummies. It is the most powerful man in the world versus the richest man in the world. Playing you all. Because the most richest man in the world owns X.com, yeah, where you get your news from. And he has thrown you all a bone, making you think, and this was planned, let me tell you. This was all planned. Believe me, Trump is a big man. He can take a punch on the chin. Not like Elon. Elon lost the most money out of everybody while he was working for his 134 days in the White House. And he needs to get his shares up. And how do you get that up? Well, when the people with TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, catch on, yay! Elon is fighting Musk. And so, watch, Tesla's and X shares will increase. It was all part of the plan. Elon Musk's Tesla charging stations were being vandalized because of everything. Now it's all forgotten. 24 hours because the mainstream media went with this lie. It's not a lie. It's a made up opinion by himself, playing you all. You all got played. This is bullshit. This is not news. It's not news. It's frivolous opinions. Of course, CNN loves that the most. But now, I want to confirm this is alleged. Yeah? YouTube, you're great at allowing people to get to certain stages as a creator. Like, I recall a creator, and he's huge. He's huge on YouTube. He was one of the biggest, not the beast, but PewDiePie was paid off by YouTube to not speak anything about the, what do you call it? The news of the day in 2016 when Trump was running for the first time. They had to make sure that PewDiePie wouldn't say a thing about the elections. Yeah? Well, what did he say? He said nothing. Why? Because they paid him $200 million to keep quiet. And that's how it works. Would you take $200 million? Yes, I would take $200 million. Take my channel and give me $200 million. Or I'll play video games for you for $200 million. I decided a long time ago not to speak about the daily news because it is only opinions and thoughts. And because I have no standing or status in life, my opinion means bullshit anyway. So I go with the tarot. There's no arguments there. But I'm still shadow banned by someone at YouTube office ZA. But what about these two news articles, which hasn't been coming up on the mainstream media, radio, or news outlets in South Africa about Julius Malema's arrest? It's imminent. The UK, and this is allegedly, I only have two sources, and they're from YouTube, so we can't believe it. We cannot believe what we're about to see. But I hope this makes you think. Remember the man from 2 weeks ago screaming, kill the Boer, kill the Boer, kill the, what's it called? No, this has got a virus in it, of course. Kill the Boer, kill the farmer. Yeah, remember that? Now, I'm going to show you. This man has a warrant of arrest by the United Kingdom government. And this is allegedly. So please join me and we'll watch this quickly. Let's change the screen here. And take off the virtual background. There we go. This is from Truth Untold as S.A. Mzansi.
In a major development shaking South Africa's political landscape, President Cyril Ramaphosa has publicly addressed, for the first time, the international arrest warrant issued for Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, leader Julius Malema by the United Kingdom. Speaking at the Union Buildings in Pretoria during a joint press conference with visiting EU dignitaries, Ramaphosa confirmed that his office had been formally briefed by the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, DIRCO, and the
This came out less than 24 hours ago, but it's nowhere on the news. Why? Is this fake news? Is this alleged news? Is this just
African Police Service, SAPS, regarding the UK's legal request? We are aware of the...
So, let me read this for you. In a major development shaking South Africa's political landscape, President Cyril Ramaphosa has publicly addressed for the first time the international arrest warrant issued for the Economic Freedom Front fighters, EFF leader Julius Malema to and by the United Kingdom. Speaking at the Union Buildings in Pretoria during a joint press conference with visiting EU dignitaries, Ramaphosa confirmed that his office has been formally briefed by the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, DIRCO, and the South African Police Service, SAPS, regarding the UK's legal request. We are aware of the arrest warrant issued by the British authorities for Mr. Julius Malema, says the President. As a constitutional democracy, governed by the rule of law, South Africa will follow the appropriate legal and diplomatic channels. No individual is above the law, not in South Africa and certainly not abroad. This marks Ramaphosa's first public comment since reports emerged last week that a UK magistrates court issued a sealed warrant for Malema in connection with an alleged money laundering and organized financial crime investigation involving the British-based shell company Rutherford Consulting Limited, which is said to have ties to multiple African political figures. The British prosecutors allege that Malema either knowingly or indirectly benefited from over £4.2 million in approximately 100 million rand that flowed through offshore corporate accounts tied to Rutherford Consulting, a firm registered in London but allegedly operating as a politically shielded laundering front for high-profile African elites. The transactions, reportedly flagged by UK's National Crime Agency, NCA, and Interpol, date back to 2020 and 2023 and involve illicit movement of funds under the guise of consulting fees for Pan-African land reform initiatives. British authorities contend that no such programs exist and that the payments were funneled into encrypted wallets, luxury real estate, and European legal retainers. Mr. Malema has denied all allegations, dismissing the warrant as a colonial vengeance disguised as due process. President Ramaphosa's statement is being viewed as a delicate diplomatic maneuver, balancing growing domestic unrest from EFF supporters with rising pressure from the international partners. We will not preempt legal processes or interfere with the sovereignty of other jurisdictions. Ramaphosa added South Africa has treaties and cooperative frameworks with the United Kingdom. If a formal extradition request is received, it will be reviewed through the proper judicial channels. Mr. Malema, like any citizen, is entitled to the presumption of innocence until proven otherwise, but we must not allow political identity to insulate anyone from accountability. So this could be fake news. Political insiders say Ramaphosa had been under mounting pressure to speak, particularly after the UK Foreign Office summoned the South African High Commissioner to London earlier this week for urgent consultations. The diplomatic note reportedly emphasized Britain's expectation for transparent cooperation in accordance with the 2003 extradition treaty between the two nations. That is from Truth Untold SA Mzansi, and then Capital Watch SA.
Welcome back to my channel. If you're passionate about uncovering the truth behind South Africa's most dramatic political headlines, you're in the right.
President Ramaphosa has finally addressed the shocking reports of the UK arrest warrant for EFF leader Julius Malema, and what he said left the entire country stunned. It is in this explosive breakdown we dive deep into Ramaphosa's powerful statement, Malema's fiery response, and what this means for South Africa political future. Is it justice or just political warfare? Watch till the end and decide for yourself. Well, I don't know. Is this news or is it not news? And obviously, if it's not on the mainstream news, it's not going to be news. Anyway, this is my little live. I'm unimpressed. You see the avatar I have there. It's as old as my hashtag, which has been deleted. Somebody went in to my phone, my YouTube studio app. Somebody went in to my laptop, changed it completely. When I opened my laptop this morning, I was on the wrong profile. I never use it. My dark theme was gone. It was taken away. I had to change that again. What is going on is there a ghost in the machine, or is it somebody sitting in an office or behind a machine at YouTube ZA? You make up your mind. I'm not here to influence anyone. Ciao for now, Salani Gakli. Remember, life does get tougher, but we get smarter, and if we try a little bit harder every day, it does get better. Peace, shalom, salam alaikum, ek is lief vir jou, ich liebe dich, siyabonga, rialabonga, giabonga, hambagakle, salagakle, tschüss, sayonara, au revoir, tot ziens. Mwah.